Morning and welcome back. Chapter 3. George begins to make the medicine. Part 2. Liquid paraffin was the next one. It was a big bottle. He hadn't the faintest idea what you did with it, but he poured it in anyway. That, he thought, looking around, was about all from the bathroom. On his mother's dressing table in the bedroom, George found yet another lovely aerosol can. It was called Helga's Hair Set. Hold 12 inches away from the hair and spray lightly. He squirted the whole lot into the saucepan. He did enjoy squirting those aerosols. There's a bottle of perfume called Flowers of Turnips. It smelled of old cheese. It went in. In too went a large round box of powder. It was called pink plaster. There was a powder puff on top, so he threw that in as well, just for a bit of good luck. He found a couple of lipsticks. He pulled the greasy red things out of their cases and added them to the mixture. The bedroom had nothing more to offer, so George carried the enormous saucepan downstairs again and trotted into the laundry room where there were shelves full of all kinds of household items. He took the first one down. It was a large box of super white but automatic washing machines. Dirt, it said, will disappear like magic. George didn't know whether Grandma was automatic or not, but she was certainly a dirty old woman, so she'd better have it all, he said, and he tipped the whole box full into the saucepan. Then there was a big tin of Waxwell floor polish. It removes filth and foul messes from your floor and leaves everything shiny bright, it said. George scooped the orange-coloured waxy stuff out of the tin and plonked it into the pan. There was a round cardboard carton labelled flea powder for dogs. Keep well away from the dog's food because this powder, if eaten, will make the dog explode. Good, said George, pouring it all into the saucepan. He found a box of canary seed on the shelf. Perhaps it'll make the old bird sing, he said. In it went. Next, George explored the box with shoe cleaning materials, brushes and tins and dusters. Well, now, he thought, Grandma's medicine's brown, so my medicine must also be brown. Otherwise, she's going to smell a bit of a rat. The way to colour it, he decided, would be brown shoe polish. The large tin he chose was labelled dark tan. Splendid. He scooped it all in with an old spoon and plopped it into the pan. He would stir it later. On his way back to the kitchen, George saw a bottle of gin standing on the sideboard. Grandma was fond of gin. She was allowed to have a small nip of it every evening. Now he would give her a treat. He would pour in the whole bottle. He did. Back in the kitchen, George put the huge saucepan on the table and went over to the cupboard that served as a larder. The shelves were bulging with bottles and jars of every sort. He chose the following and emptied them one by one into the saucepan. A tin of curry powder, a tin of mustard powder, a bottle of extra hot chili sauce, a tin of black peppercorns, a bottle of horseradish sauce. There, he said aloud. That should do it. George! Came the screechy voice from the next room. What are you talking to in there? What are you up to? Nothing, Grandma, absolutely nothing, he called back. Is it time for my medicine yet? No, Grandma, not for about half an hour. Just see you don't forget it. I won't, Grandma, George answered. I promise I won't. See you later.